This video gives an introduction to using the Docmosis Cloud service via the API. We'll be using Postman as an easy way to visualize sending API requests and to see the responses. We will use a cut-down Postman collection for this demonstration. You can download this collection from the link below this video. Let's import the collection into Postman. You will see this collection contains just the 4 endpoints we will be using in this video. Ping, environment ready, list templates, and render. Each of these calls rely on the Postman variable, base URL. When using the API, the URL determines the region that will be used for processing. The URL should start with the region that is storing the templates, that is, the region showing in the top right corner of the Cloud console. Let's start with ping. This will allow us to conduct a simple connectivity test that Postman is able to reach the Docmosis Cloud service. If the base URL and the endpoint are configured correctly in the request, Postman will show the status code of 200 in the response. If we change /ping to a non-existent endpoint, then a 404 not found status code is returned. Let's move on to the environment ready endpoint. In the request body, you will see that this call requires an API access key. The access key is like a combined username and password. Docmosis will use the access key to determine which account and environment to use and validate if you are allowed to use that account. If we send a request without setting the key, Docmosis will return a 400 status code. Always check the body of the response. Docmosis will do its best to include a JSON message with details of why the call failed. From the Cloud account, let's locate and copy the access key, and then paste it into Postman. This time the request should succeed, and the body of the message contains the response with a 200 success code. Let's now try the list templates endpoint. This will retrieve all the templates stored in the selected processing location, which is determined by the base URL. Let's set the access key and send a request. The status code is 200, and the body contains a JSON structure with the names of all folders and templates in the selected region. Let's now set the base URL to a region where we know there are no templates. If you see a blank response like this, then you know you are connected to a region that does not have any templates. In that case, check your base URL matches the region you are using in the Cloud console. Lastly, let's try the render endpoint. This is the main document generation service. The request requires at least 4 parameters: the access key, the output name, template name, and data. Let's set the access key. The output name will determine the format of the document being generated. In this case, the format is a PDF. The template name is preset to the welcome template, which is preloaded to every Cloud account in a samples folder. You can view its full path in the Cloud console. Using the Cloud console, we will generate some sample data that matches the template. We will then copy and paste this data in the render request. If we send the request, we will see the generated document in the Postman preview window. If you receive something other than a 200 success code, check the body of the response for further guidance. For example, if we change the template name to something that doesn't exist, Docmosis will return a 400 response, and the short message will give you some further guidance. This video is using a cut-down Postman collection with only 4 endpoints. The full documentation of all endpoints and their parameters can be found on the Resources website's APIs and SDKs section. Thanks for watching.